The City of Apache Junction Water District meeting to order. Roll call.
Chairman Surtee,
Here.
Vice Chairman Wilson,
Here.
Mrs. Barker,
Here.
Mrs. Evans, Ms. Rizzi,
Present.
Mr. Schroeder,
Here.
Mr. Struble.
Here.
You have a quorum, Your
I
Honor.
hear Darth Vader is here too. Is that Darth Vader on the line? Yeah. Somebody might be breathing real hard into their mic.
If you hear a fan, Jeff, it's 96 degrees in the office. We don't have any AC. It went out, and there's nothing I can do. So if you hear a fan, it's probably me.
Yeah.
That's all I
Okay.
got. I'm sweating. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's
Okay.
okay. If you can just keep it on mute until you're ready to talk, that'll help.
Yes.
Is that
Consideration of approval of minutes. Do we have a motion on that?
Mr. Chair,
It's Rob.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
I move that the minutes of March 17, 2020 be approved and that the following dates, times, and locations for fiscal year 2020-2021 budget work session, tentative budget adoption, and final budget adoption be approved. Special meeting for budget work sessions on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020 at 6 p.m. in the City Council chambers. Regular meeting for adoption of class and compensation and tentative budget on Tuesday, June 16th, 2020 at 6 p.m. in the City Council chambers. And special meeting for public hearing and final budget adoption on Tuesday, July 7th, 2020 at 6 p.m. in the City Council chambers.
second?
I heard Krista second. So did we just get motions on number 1 and 2 at the same time there?
The consent.
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Schroeder,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Wilson,
Yes.
Ms. Barker,
Yes.
Ms. Evans, Ms. Rizzi,
Yes.
Mr. Struble,
Yes.
Chairman Surtee.
Yes.
Unanimous, Your Honor.
District Manager's report.
I have no report, Your Honor.
District Director's report.
Chairperson Surtee and members of the board.
Krista hit mute.
No,
Hit it.
I'm not muted.
Okay, it's gone, whatever it was.
And just an update on the 2020 Apache Junction Water Festival update. Quick update on our Arizona Department of Water Resources report here. Just showing you where the district has gone over the last 20 years. This is gallons per capita per day. So gallons per person per day in your household is what's been used here in Apache Junction. Back in 1999, a few years after the city took over the water district, we were at about 145 gallons per day per person. And recently in 2019, we are down to 95 gallons per day per person. So even though we gained customers, they're using less water, so we're using about the same amount of water as we were 5 or 6 years ago. So it's kind of interesting. We want to be, Tucson's one of the best at water conservation, and they're just below 90. Department of Water Resources requires us to be below 120, so we're well below that. So just kind of giving you guys an update of how our water conservation plans are working here in Apache Junction, how some of our rate structures work to reduce some of those fees and how much water people use. So bringing that to our attention here. Another quick update, again, even though we've gained more customers, we're using less acre feet per year. So in 2017, we used 1,706 acre feet, and then in 2019, it slowly diminished to 1,625 acre feet. So if you looked at our whole water portfolio, which is around 7,000 acre feet, we're only using 1,625 currently for potable use. Recently, this past month, we've sent out to our customers our consumer confidence report that's required by ADEQ each year, stating all the samples that we have taken, what our water quality is like, if we've missed anything or if we gained anything. It goes to explain what they should do if there's issues with the water. We didn't have anything like that in there. So it just kind of explains all of our water quality report for the entire year of all the samples we've taken. Do you guys have any questions?
Doesn't look like it.
Then another update, Brian sent this out about a month or so ago on the SRP system. If you guys didn't know, in the month of March, we had a bunch of rain. SRP is now at 98% capacity. They actually overflowed Granite Reef Dam and let some of the water flow downstream. So if you remember back in January, I believe it was, we talked about a connection between SRP and CAP eventually. We're still working with SRP on something like this, but instead of letting some of that water go downstream, it could possibly go into the CAP canal, and some of the Colorado River water could be held behind the dams up there to let those systems take off some of their demands off it. So again, this is in the future. We're still talking SRP on this, but just keep it in your thoughts and possibly something that could happen. Next month, we're going to be going over water rates. We're working on some different things to present to you guys, trying to understand what's going on with the environment of the community today. But we have our CAP water rates that are slowly ramping up. So some of those raw water costs are still ramping up on our side. So we have to figure out a way to balance. If we do any rate adjustments, if we do not do some lower rate adjustments, we're not sure right now, but we'll present some more things to you guys in the upcoming month on this. And unfortunately, our 2020 Water Festival, this was last month, was canceled due to the COVID-19. So none of the schools were in service. We couldn't have that many people around, so it was canceled. We plan on doing it again next year, but at this point in time, we did not have one this year. We talked a little bit about this last time. We did an announcement in the paper. We've done some this on our online, but we're just reaching out to all of our customers, letting them know how to apply for service. New customers, they can sign up online. Old customers can turn off their water online. They paying a bill online instead of coming into the office. We had to explain a lot of those to the people. We've been working through a lot of that process to get through it. We've had pretty good success. We've had a lot more people sign up for online bill pay. So I think in the future there's going to be less people coming into the office, but I'm not sure where we're going to be at in a few months from now. So just giving you kind of update where we're at with this. You guys have any questions on any of the subjects we went over? I know I went over it kind of quickly tonight and just.
Are there any questions? Sounds like no. Yeah, it's a shame about the water festival. That's always a highlight of the school year. I think a lot of those kids remember that for years to come, and they learn about things.
I think I saw also, yep, for sure it is. And did I see that it's planned on for next year, and
Yes.
There's not any reason not to do it. It'll keep planning for it.
Yeah.
Just-
Heaven forbid this happens again. We don't ever want to see a lockdown like this, but you know how ASU did the virtual, you know how you can go on to their site and do virtual everything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the future we film some of the water festival so that schools that can't participate can do a virtual water festival someday.
Absolutely. If we can get something online, even do some kind of class, a Zoom meeting or something like that with their classrooms where they can't make it out to the park, it'd be a good opportunity for us to still reach out to them talk about water.
Cool.
And again, our water's safe to drink, so you can tell everybody in the community that we're still producing water and it's still safe to drink. I know it's been over 100 degrees the last week here. We have seen our production go up, so people are using water quite a bit these days and washing their hands and taking care of stuff, so we do appreciate that.
Okay, last summer we had a lot of questions about purging the water from the ends of some of the dead end lines. Will that be happening again this summer?
We have no plans on that right now. We try different times of the year to flush out some of the dead-end mains, flush some hydrants every once in a while, different water qualities that are happening out there. There's no plans right now, but we will put something on our webpage if we are flushing a fire hydrant somewhere or doing some different things. We did do a little flushing probably about 2 weeks ago. We had a customer build up their pool. They weren't happy with the color that was in their pool, so we went out there and flushed some mains to make sure everything was fine. But we do go out there and reach out to our customers when they have some complaints like that.
Okay. Another question, since we have plenty of time today and I'm killing time, whenever there's construction sites going on here in town, you will see big water trucks spraying the water to keep the dust down. Where do they fill up? How do they get that?
So typically they'll apply for our fire hydrant meter. So they'll connect to our nearest fire hydrant in that area. We don't really want their large vehicles or their water trucks on our roads all the time, coming and going. So they'll put a water tank on their site that fills up there and then fills up their tanks from our fire hydrants.
So do we meter that and sell it?
Yes. So that is all metered. They're a 3-inch fire hydrant meter, and then they charge at the highest tier at that point in time, so they're not using.
Because I've been all over the town in the last week, and you know, the 80 homes that are going in, and then with the KOA over there, there's a lot of that going on. So
Yes.
I think that's going to be the norm from now on with the growth that's coming. So
Yes, believe it or not, that's a huge demand on our system. When Lennar was going in here recently at Goldview, they had a fire sprinkler system going, sprinkling their, I think, 20 acres they have out there for probably a month straight, which they were using, I believe it was about 500,000 to 1 million gallons a day, just watering the ground out there so they could do the dirt work that they needed to do.
okay. So I now have a visual on the other 5 missing council members. Are you guys seeing us now also? No? Well, we're all seeing you, so
Yeah.
don't do anything embarrassing right now.
What do they see? Matt?
Well, they did before. I was just trying to
Oh,
fix
they-
the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can go back to presentation mode.
So this is how our next meeting will look right there.
Yep.
That-
Yeah,
Okay.
in fact, if
worked
there's
on.
any questions on that part right now, I'd like to resolve that.
That was pretty cool.
Because this is the whole part of doing this right now was a practice too
Yeah.
for the next hour.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll be able to see the presentations, Matt, as we go. We have our first public hearing since the pandemic, so it gives a chance for residents, if they do come in, to be able to see their elected officials to listen to those presentations.
Okay. Mike, is that your whole report?
Yes, sir.
Okay. District Treasurer's report. And when are we scheduled to meet again?
Water,
Gonna
June
be
7th.
budget from
Yeah,
there?
for budget.
Yeah. That was in the motion that Robin made, I believe.
That is correct,
Yes.
yep. Yep.
Okay, with that, I will adjourn the meeting and we'll see everybody in about 45 minutes.